Kamala Harris, however, Kamala Harris has presented a whole new problem for the Democrats, you see, because she wants to be back in the game for 2028. She has an opportunity to run for governor in California. You know, she wouldn't get elected. She's not going to get elected anything. This woman can't get elected, okay? Like, she's not electable. She's not likable. She's not that smart. She can't actually speak on any of these podcasts because it would require her to have to speak for more than 10 minutes. Oh, gosh. Now, we need like a nice little Today Show interview with scripted questions where it's no more than 5 to 6 minutes, and then you hit a commercial break, right? They're trying to do something like this. It would be a totally, totally different story for someone like Kamala Harris. But she's out there with a new book. You know, they always come out with a new book. You got to make a few bucks along the way. God knows who's going to buy it. She's got a new book, and she's hoping to throw her hat back in the ring. This is her statement. If you ask me, this is not a statement that is made by somebody who is exiting politics altogether. Now, she still has her eyes on the prize. I'm sorry, Kamala Harris, you are not ever going to be elected to anything because you know what? No one likes you. And it has nothing to do with you being a woman or you being black and everything to do with you. People just don't like you. Sorry. You know, it's kind of the prerequisite. I mean, I know not everybody likes Trump, but they kind of see him as having a little bit of a sense of humor. He's kind of self-deprecating. He doesn't laugh like a hyena. You know, there's a few things that I might be working on with you, Kamala. If I had any interest in trying to help you, which I don't, but the laugh would be one. Here's Kamala's statement. Listen.
So former VP Kamala Harris, VP announces that she's not going to run for governor of California, said this in a statement. For now, my leadership and my public service will not be in elected office. I look forward to getting back out and listening to the American people, adding she'll remain in the fight. The move already fueling speculation about a 28 presidential run. But is that what voters want? So we woke up, and it wasn't easy, Fox News contributor Guy Benson, and we said, Guy, would you please react to this? And your answer is, will you react?
Yeah, it's like, hey, please get up very early and talk about Kamala Harris. What a dream. It's a dream come true. Notice what she said in that statement. The first two words that you read were, for now. Right? It did not sound at all like...
Exactly. Because Kamala is just trying to bide her time. She wants to stay engaged in the fight. Except the Democrat Party doesn't really want her. That was made rather clear on the Democrat Party's like shrine to all things Democrats, MSNBC, this morning. Watch.
Kamala Harris has announced she will not run for governor of California in 2026, ending part of the speculation surrounding her next steps. Sources close to Harris tell NBC News the former vice president gave the California race serious thought, but is, quote, looking to preserve her ability to launch a 2028 White House run should she choose to take that route. In a statement released yesterday, Harris writes in part, for now.
She's crazy. I mean, think about the ego, you guys. Think about the insane wackadoo ego. After everything that happened, to think you even got a shot at anything in 2028. Oh my goodness gracious, it's worse than I thought. Here we go.
My leadership and public service will not be in elected office. I look forward to getting back out and listening to the American people, helping to elect Democrats across the nation who will fight fearlessly, and sharing more details in the months ahead about my own plans. So, Susan Page, not California for Kamala Harris, but she's certainly leaving the door open to a full presidential run, unlike the sort of truncated one she had last summer.
Yeah. You know, the 2028 Democratic presidential nomination battle is like a full employment project for Democratic officials. We got senators, we've got governors, we've got former officials like Kamala Harris all out there meeting with voters, sometimes going to places like Iowa and South Carolina and New Hampshire. That always gets our attention. So this is, I think, going to be a wide open race. I would just note one problem that Kamala Harris may have, which is that Democrats historically have not been interested in nominating again someone who ran, got the nomination, and failed. I don't believe the Democrats have renominated someone in that position since Adlai Stevenson. So I think that's a little bit of a hurdle for her, but it's clear that the California governor's race did not engage her attention the way a potential national race has done, Willie.
I'm watching you guys. You're like, wait a second. Is this satire? Is this for real? Woohoo! She's crazy. She's crazy. All right. I'm just going to say it. You heard it here first. And I said it, by the way, way back when. Like way, way back when. Even before she was running, I was like, she has no future. In the very, very beginning, I was like, oh, you know, she's kind of interesting. Let's keep an eye on her. And then you know what? I saw her in the debate. Do you remember that debate with Joe Biden? Oh, where she tried to back him into the corner. I was a little girl. And you know what? I was one of those little girls that was getting bussed, which, by the way, was completely debatable because she lived in Canada or something at the time. And she tried to take him down. Jill Biden never totally forgave her for that. It was so scripted. It was so calculated. And I'm like, wow, she's a nasty you-know-what. Okay? She's a nasty one. And she's bad. Like, she just is bad. Like, there's nothing endearing, nothing likable about her. Has nothing, again, I'm going to go back to this. Like, you don't have to be a guy. You don't have to be white. Like, none of that is anything I'm going to buy for 2 seconds. Because I firmly believe that you have the right woman with the right je ne sais quoi and the right kind of appeal. America's there. But Kamala Harris, she ain't it. And you know what? Hillary Clinton wasn't either. But, you know, she's going to run again. I'm like, bring it on. Hallelujah. You know what? We will take that one all day. Charlotte, good to see you here on the program. I'm going to get your comment in a second. But first, let's take a look at our friend Scott Jennings, the only conservative who's willing to duke it out with all of those idiots on CNN every night. And he's agreeing with me. Hallelujah. Yeah, we need her to run. That would be a home run. Of course, I don't think she'd make it through the primary. She can't actually win elections.
I'm not convinced that she'll run in 2028 either. And I think as a party, Democrats have been trying to figure out what they represent, what they stand for, what moving forward looks like for them. And I've seen from a lot of leaders the recognition that you need to move somewhat to the center. They haven't done it completely, probably not fast enough on certain issues like Israel, for example. But I don't know if you would look back to the former vice president if you're trying to move to the center. I just don't see that.
Michael, you need to will this into existence. Here we go. My friend, my brother, I pray every day that these Democrats nominate Kamala Harris in 2028 again. And you're here down talking. I don't understand.
I just don't see it, Scott.
I need you to help me will this into existence. It would be the best for America. Democrats.
For our party.
It'd be great. It'd be great. You know what? Go ahead. Make my day. Nominate her. Well, I'll be very, very happy about it. I will say, though, here's the problem, right? You get these choices. You get like the old staid crowd that has been a disaster for the party, the Hillary Clintons of the world or the Kamala Harrises of the world, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers. And then you get these radicals like AOC and Mamdani, and everybody says, oh, you know, they're the future. No, they're not the future, because I'm sorry, you had me at communism. You're out the door, all right? We're going to kick you right out the door because that's just not going to get anywhere.